Did you hear that? Pork belly, yum. Hi everyone, welcome back to Cantonese food recipes. I'm Andrew and today I'm going to show you how to marinate this delicious pork belly right here. We're going to air fry it tomorrow for that crispy skin you all love. If you have tried my previous pork belly recipes, you know it's going to be packed with flavor. But today, we are changing things up a little bit. So let's get cooking. Alright guys, let me show you the pork belly. This piece is about 1 kg in size. You can see it has a good amount of fat, which is perfect for getting that crispy texture when we air fry it. The key is to pick pork belly with more fat, like this. Too much meat and it might turn out dry. The fat helps it become juicy and crispy, just like bacon. So let's get started. First, I'm going to cut some slits into the pork belly. These slits will help the seasoning soak into the meat, and when we air fry it, it will make it easier to cut into pieces. I like the slits to be about 2 fingers wide, but it's totally up to you. Just make sure not to cut all the way through. Leave a little thickness so the pork belly doesn't fall apart. Perfect, just like that. Don't worry if your slits are too close to the skin. It's all part of the process. Now let's marinate the meat side first. Let's start with the basics. Sprinkle some salt, about 1 teaspoon. Make sure to cover the whole piece. If you are using a smaller piece, adjust accordingly. Now sprinkle some white pepper for that slight heat. Next up, Chinese 5-spice powder. Just about 1.5 teaspoons should do. You don't need too much, just enough to bring out those rich flavors. You will smell it as soon as it hits the meat. Now, let's add some Chinese bean sauce, about 2 teaspoons. Spread it evenly over the pork belly. This will help give it a nice savory depth. Don't forget the sugar. A little sweetness will balance everything out. Plus, it will help with caramelizing when we air fry it. And now, the magic ingredient, oyster sauce. Drizzle about 1 teaspoon on top. It's going to give that umami boost we all love. Now comes the messy part. Some of you have asked why I don't wear gloves. I prefer to use a spoon for mixing to keep things a little cleaner. But feel free to use your hands if you want. Just mix all the ingredients until it forms a nice paste, and then rub it into the slits we made earlier. This will help the flavor soak deep into the pork. Here's a small change for my usual recipes. I'm adding a bit of Chinese rice wine. It adds moisture and helps reduce any porky taste, leaving just the rich, savory flavor. Now let's transfer the pork belly onto a baking tray. We're going to marinate the skin. But before that, I've got one last secret trick up my sleeve. To make the skin crispy, we're using baking soda. About 1 teaspoon or a little extra if you want it really crispy. Mix the baking soda with a little water to form a paste. Then rub it all over the skin. Trust me, this step makes all the difference. Now don't forget to sprinkle a little salt on the skin too. Rub it in well and make sure the skin is evenly coated. This will help dry out the skin and create that crunch we all love. Once the paste is on, we're going to pop this in the fridge, uncovered, for about 18 hours. This drying time is essential for getting that crispy, bubbly skin. Okay, it's the next day, and here's the pork belly after marinating overnight. You can see the skin has dried up nicely. Let's move on to the next step, boiling. First, bring a pot of water to a boil. We are going to boil the pork belly for about 10 minutes. 5 minutes on each side. This helps remove any impurities and adds moisture, making the pork even juicier when we air fry it. After 5 minutes, let's flip the pork belly. Look at all that marinating coming off. It's a good sign. Boiling helps us get rid of any impurities and make sure the pork stays juicy. Alright, after 10 minutes, the pork belly is ready. Let's clean it up and prep for the air fryer. Here's where we make the magic happen. We are going to stab the skin with a fork. This helps the skin get crispy in the air fryer. Trust me, don't skip this step. Now, let's air fry the pork belly at 180 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. Meat side up. After 30 minutes, we'll check it out. Looking good. The pork belly is already getting crispy, but we are not done yet. Let's flip it over and poke more holes in the skin. This will help it get even crispier. Now let's crank up the heat to 200 degrees Celsius and air fry for another 25 minutes. This is where the skin will really crisp up. Look at that. The crispy skin is absolutely perfect. The crunch is incredible. Let's chop this up. The skin is so crispy and the meat is juicy and tender. This is a pork belly masterpiece. So juicy, so crispy. The perfect balance of flavors. You guys have to try this recipe. It's easy, simple, and delicious. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this recipe, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Let me know how your pork belly turned out in the comments below. See you next time.